What's up guys? So today's video I'm gonna show you how to incorporate a new exercise into your lifting routine and how to determine what weight you should be using for your sets and your reps. So first of all, when you incorporate a new exercise, it's a completely new stimulus. So that means that you do not have to bring your set to utter failure to get an actual good result from the exercise, because the fact that it's new means that the moment you do a few quality sets where you're even 5 reps away from failure, even 6, 7, you're still getting a good stimulus out of it because it's a new exercise. It's a new variable. You're not used to it. So today I'm gonna be going over this. This is a Swiss camber bar, okay? And I'm gonna be doing a reverse Swiss camber bar. So I've never done this. I'm gonna figure out what weight I should be using for my sets and my reps. So one thing I always tell people is that you wanna figure out a certain rep range. So I recommend 10. You do not wanna do singles, doubles, triples, because the heavier it is, the more likely you're gonna get hurt because you're not used to that exercise. It's gonna feel unstable, it's gonna feel weird. So I always tell people, hey, 10 reps is a great place to start out so that you're getting enough practice with this new lift, and then that way your nervous system has enough time to practice and get good at the lift. And you're gonna notice that your nervous system will adapt and you will get better at this lift compared to your current lifts right now where you're probably stuck, right? Or you're progressing very slow at adding 5 pounds every month or even 10 pounds every month if you're still on the beginner side, beginning intermediate. But the thing is that you're gonna notice that the weight on this new exercise is gonna go up really fast because you're not used to it. Okay, so quick background. I can bench 225 for about 10 reps. I can dumbbell press 125 for about 5 to 6 reps. So we're gonna use that strength curve as a great estimate on where I should be on this. So whenever you do a new lift, you wanna compare it to a current lift. And if it's similar, you can most likely do the similar weight that you're doing with that similar exercise, okay? So again, I bench press 225 for about 10. So that means that I can most likely do this for about maybe 185, 195 for 10. And that's gonna be all out because I'm not used to it. So, first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna definitely wanna warm up. So always warm up the exercise you're doing because you're not used to it, okay? So go up, and I'm gonna practice first. I'm gonna get used to the movement, and I recommend that you, of course, do about 10 reps because that way you get enough practice. And plus, you should always be warming up whenever you do your lifts. Okay, so on the regular bench press, I usually go about 95 for 10, 135 for 5, 185 for 3, 225 for like 1, 255 for 1, 275 for 1, and I keep going up until I get to a good comfortable 1, okay? So with this, I'm not gonna do the ones because this is unstable. I'm not used to this. You should not be doing ones with a new exercise. We're not ego lifting here. I can definitely do 95 pounds to start. So we're gonna put 95 pounds on this. Always clip, okay? Always clip your weights. I do not understand people not clipping their weights. They think it's cool. Well, I don't think getting injured is cool. And unless you have really, really good balance, you should not be not using clips, okay? So, I'm gonna try this for a good 10 reps. Okay, that wasn't so bad. So from here, I'm gonna go up smart, okay? You don't wanna make big jumps. So this is pretty easy. I could probably do this for like, I don't know, 40, maybe 50 reps. So because of that, I could do my regular warm up. So I'm gonna go up to 135 for like 5. And just to save time here, because we're on camera, I'm just gonna skip to 145. 145 is pretty close to 135. And usually I do 5 reps on the regular bench press. So you see, you're taking your time and you're figuring out what you can do, okay? So 5 reps is a great curve, so I'm gonna do 5 here because it should be not that challenging. It should be kind of like, I should be feeling, oh, this is starting to get, a little real, but it's not like, oh my God, I might get hurt. So we're gonna do another 5 here. So, based on that, I'm gonna say it feels very similar. It's important not to push your limit too hard on a new exercise because, like I said, your body's not used to it yet. So, it's good to always go up in 10s. So this is 145. Because I didn't want to do 145 for 10, I'll try 175 for 10. And I'm gonna see how I feel. And this might be a good weight for me to stay at for today. But the goal here is you want to find a weight that you could do 10 reps with and you still can do maybe 5 more, okay? So that means find a weight you can do about 15 with. And that's gonna be your magic weight. You wanna just stay there for reps of 10. And that way, every week, you can add 5 pounds, right? So if this is gonna be my weight, 175, then that means next week I'll do 180 for 10 reps. And I'll keep milking that for as long as I can until I can no longer do 10 reps. Okay, so this right here, I'm gonna try to go for 10. Okay, so this is definitely starting to get there. This would be a great weight for me to stay at for 10 reps and do about 3 or 4 sets of 10. So as you can see, I didn't fully max out here. I'm experimenting with the weight to find out what's a good, comfortable 10 reps that I can do, okay? And I can work on my form, so you notice I pause, right? I'm pausing it because I don't wanna rush it. And that's something you wanna do with new exercises. You don't wanna rush it. You wanna make sure you get enough time to practice, go a little slower than usual. You can make the exercise hard just by going slow, right? I mean, I could have paused longer and made this even harder. I could have paused for 3 seconds and then paused for another 2 seconds at the top. I could have paused for 3 seconds, pause for 2 seconds at the top, go down for 3 seconds, in which I don't think I can get 10 reps doing that. But the thing is that you're able to make an exercise hard, okay? So when you're starting with a new exercise, find your weight that you can do about 10 reps with. And make sure it's a weight that you can do 15 with if a man holds a gun to your head and say max out and you can get 15. Okay, that's your magic number, 15. And you wanna just do 10. And every week, you try to add a little bit more weight until you can eventually no longer do 10 reps because it's so heavy. And then from there, you gotta start programming it the right way to get stronger over time, all right? So that's my 2 cents with how to progress and pick a weight that is appropriate for you when you're trying to fit a new exercise into your lifting routine. Also, last tangent, then I'm done rambling. When you're trying to find your weight, it's okay if you actually do up to 6 sets of just filling it out. I would actually be on the side of doing more sets because then you can be more safe. With me, I did the bar, I jumped to 95 pounds, I did 135, and then I did 175 for 10. Okay, because I know I could do it. But that's my experience because I can bench 225 for 10. But I already know this is a new exercise, so it's gonna feel different. My body's not used to this. So it's gonna be thinking, oh, this is strange, I don't know what to do. But over time, your neural system will adapt and you will get much better at the movement. So it's okay when you're first testing things out if you do end up doing 6 sets, 7 sets, 8 sets of 10 before you finally find the appropriate weight for you where you still have about 5 reps left in your tank, okay? Meaning you're not maxing out. Because if I fully max out on this, I could get 15. I can get 14, 15, 16, somewhere around there.
And the more advanced you are, the more you'll know your body. You'll just understand, oh, okay, I know for sure I can do more. And if you're just starting out, then you might not really know how many reps in reserve you have. In fact, you might not even know what I'm talking about right now, reps in reserve. So reps in reserve is the amount of reps you have left in your body based on the set you did that you didn't actually exert out. Okay, so let's say, again, if you can do 15 here, but you only did 10, that's 5 reps in reserve. So that's your goal. You want to find a weight that you could do about 5 reps in reserve for sets of 10, and from there progress every week, right? So that's how you do a new exercise. I just figured out my way for my new exercise, fun, and now it's time to get stronger at it. So, hope you found that useful. Remember, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later.